I never really had any intention of going to church. Honestly, I've seen too many Christians act without conscience. There were times I thought, maybe I should try going to church. But then I'd think, why would I associate with people like that? But that person is different. He's so truthful. When he invited me to church, for the first time, I actually felt like I wanted to go. This confession shows how deeply the life of a good, righteous, and truthful Christian can impact those around them. It is not just a key to opening the door to preaching the gospel. It is a life that pleases God in itself. How can we please God? Since the day we became Christians, we have been seeking the answer to this question by listening to the word of truth. But we must not treat the truth as mere knowledge. The knowledge of truth should be transformed into the ability to discern how our actions are viewed by God. If a believer lacks this ability, it may be because they have not learned enough of the truth or never prioritized listening to the word in the first place. For such a person, the transformative work of the Holy Spirit in their life will inevitably be limited. The Holy Spirit changes believers and makes them bear the fruit of the light in their lives. However, God respects our willingness and does not compel us to act. Instead, He desires that we exercise our will. This is why God gives us the knowledge of truth. He desires that it can serve as the foundation for holy actions in our lives. These actions do not happen automatically through knowledge alone. We must accept the knowledge, use it as a standard to make decisions, and act accordingly. We are called to continually test whether our deeds are pleasing to the Lord, but we must do so persistently until He returns. Through this process, we gain the ability to judge our own state. If believers restrain their actions and show their changed lives, it manifests that the work of the Holy Spirit is active in them. Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Each of these fruits of the Spirit is reflected as a moral outcome. However, if a believer continues to engage in evil deeds instead of bearing these fruits, it is because the work of the Holy Spirit has ceased in their life. This is the result of their persistent rejection and disregard of the truth that God has continually spoken to them through the church. The world constantly creates confusion to keep believers from receiving the truth. It does this by calling evil good and good evil, putting darkness for light and light for darkness, and making bitter seem sweet and sweet seem bitter. This is why we need the light of Christ. Through the knowledge of the truth, we must learn what pleases the Lord and let it guide our actions. If we continue this throughout our lives, we will be changed into people who bear the fruit of the light. In the end, with God's guidance, we will be pleased with the Lord as we discover ourselves standing in the glory of heaven.